The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, last night, you remember the returning officer was on this show recalling the harrowing experience outside the polling station on Monday. His claims included the leader of the opposition. Well, tonight, the Free National Movement is calling for Neil Campbell's removal. We talk about it. Also tonight, it's Temperature Check, the new political series here on Beyond the Headlines. Tonight, a look at the candidates in the South Beach constituency. We hear first from a South Beach resident who to tell us who is hitting all the right notes among residents in South Beach. And later tonight, Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers joins me with good news on where your buck will go further this weekend. It's all straight ahead this evening. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, the by-election is now days away. Tonight, though, the opposition is raising red flags over what they call clear political connections between a poll official and members of the governing Progressive Liberal Party. As a result, the opposition is calling for the official's removal. We get this story from Linton Ritchie Jr.
Opposition Free National Movement demanding the removal of appointed returning officer Neil Campbell, citing his alleged ties to the governing Progressive Liberal Party, noting he's, quote, not a fit and proper person to serve in his capacity, and from their view, the Bahamas' democracy is at stake. The call for removal came hours after Campbell, who has responsibility for ensuring legal procedures are adhered to at polls, certifying results, and supervising voter count in the Golden Isles by-election, publicly declared his close relationship with Prime Minister Philip Davis.
I call Mr. Davis my adopted father.
But Campbell also made clear his blood ties to the opposition.
He is my cousin, Mr. Pintard. Mr. Brown, my mother calls him her adopted son.
And while the FNM says Campbell should take the back seat, Coalition of Independence leader Lincoln Bain shared his view on the hot-button topic.
All of us are related somehow. I think we're past that now. That man from day one, from the nomination day, has been professional with us.
Following the chaos erupting on Monday night at advanced polls for the Golden Isles by-election, slated for Monday, FNM leader Michael Pintard brought to light his concerns on Campbell serving as returning officer, alleging he previously served as the nation's chief campaign general. To that narrative, Campbell emphasized every Bahamian has a choice, and his has not affected him carrying out his duties as a public servant.
I never said to anybody that I'm no general. I know that I'm from Cat Island. I know Mr. Davis is from Cat Island. If there are events in Cat Island, I attend those events in Cat Island.
Following the FNM statement, the PLP seemingly made it clear they are not removing Campbell, as they are confident in his ability to carry out his task, as he has, quote, served across multiple administrations and has overseen multiple general elections in a professional manner. Linton Ritchie Jr., Eyewitness News.
Well, meanwhile, trouble may be brewing ahead of Monday's Golden Isles by-election. Some parliamentary registration department workers have stated they do not want to work the by-election on Monday. This after the turmoil outside the polling station, as you remember. The mayhem that unfolded was over what is reported handling and transport of the ballot box, an incident that returning officer Neil Campbell says has left many of them deeply concerned. Well, tonight, Coalition of Independence leader Lincoln Bain is weighing in. Bain says workers should have no fear moving forward.
These are civil servants. You know, they have a job to do. It's going to get rough sometimes based on your job, but you have a job to do. I was a police officer, and I couldn't say because things were getting violent out there that I wasn't going to go out and do my job. I think that they should do their job. I think that they are doing a good job. I think that those civil servants are the cream of the crop, and they want what's best for this country. And so I think that with that in mind, they should go out there. I don't think that they're going to have any issues with persons trying to do anything against them. We know that it's the politicians trying to send their will down the pipeline. So we know where to really pay the attention to.
Well, let's jump right in this evening and get some thoughts on this and everything that's continuing to unfold as a result of Monday evening. Joining me is talk show host Levin Miller and Howard Johnson. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines.
Hello, Shanique. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's good to see you, Mr. Miller. How are you?
I feel fine. I'm very happy to have this invitation over here on the big show, eh?
Yeah, the big show, the big times, big times. Howard Johnson, good evening to you.
Good evening, Shanique. Good evening to my brother, Levin Miller, and good evening to the Bahamas.
Yes, Levin, I want to begin with you. Your thoughts on how this is all shaping up. I mean, now the Free National Movement is saying, listen, we don't quite trust this gentleman, Neil Campbell. He has a lot to say. Have him removed before Monday's by-election. Your thoughts?
Shanique, if I'm going to be quite frank, I don't listen to much that comes from the leader of the Free National Movement. I have actually accused him of being someone that is obviously taking advice from the great Gazoo. Do you know who that is, Shanique?
No, sir, I don't. No.
It is the little green man that used to give advice to Fred Flintstone. And it is because when you think about a lot of the assertions made by the leader of the opposition, you just can't imagine anybody with reason could be pulling some of these things from anywhere reasonable. But because he can't tell me where the passports are, I equally can't tell him who he takes counsel from. And as such, I simply have decided to turn off my listening with regards to the leader of the opposition. But I know of Neil Campbell, and I have not ever found him to be an unprofessional. I think he is a public servant of the highest order. And I think if there's a job for him to get done, he will get it done. That's what I know about the man. Mm-hmm. But I've also said, it may not be worth the headache. I mean, he has stated that he knows the prime minister. The prime minister is like his adopted father. Mm-hmm. And because he's such a young man, Shanique, I say, just recuse yourself. Recuse yourself because you don't want them to try to have some sort of martyrdom. I don't want them to burn down a whole school, all in the name of trying to prevent Neil Campbell from stealing an election. I don't think it's something he's even interested in. And so it might just be in their best interest. It might be in Neil's best interest to just step away. Lastly on this, Shanique, what I want to say is, I hear Lincoln's point, right? But it is amazing. It is amazing how often where you stand on a matter usually depends on where you sit, right? And if he's saying to me that, we're a small nation and nepotism is real, well, then I want the prime minister to go and apologize to the good gentleman from out of Eleuthera, because the reason we had to fire him was because nepotism wasn't okay. And so, I want us to continue to cut it straight up the middle, Shanique.
Yes,
that's
yes,
how I like
of course.
it.
Yes. Levin, by the way, who's the good man from Eleuthera before Howard jumps in, that the prime minister had to fire?
Oh, Sylvanus Petty.
Oh, that. Let's go, Howard. Jump in quickly.
Yeah. Well, Shanique, Levin made some good points. For me, I think it's much ado about nothing, because whenever you have people in government, or the FNM or the PLP, there's going to be someone who's related to someone who has a position in the government. My MP close general's son, and this one daughter, and that one. And so, it's just going to be the cycle of the political hypocrisy that I've talked about on numerous occasions on this show. What we need to ensure, no matter who is related to who or who's adopted son, we have to ensure that whatever capacity you are working in relative to the government and these organs and apparatuses of government, that you are doing your job and you are fit to do it. If you are not, then you need to be removed, or if it rises to the occasion where you are quote unquote compromised in any way, then I certainly agree with my friend Levin that you should recuse yourself in the interest of the election not being viewed as something that is marred with, chaos or some kind of unfair benefit to the other side.
Yeah.
Just get on with it and let's move on. I'm sure there are people who are capable. If Mr. Campbell feels that there's sufficient noise out there for him to recuse himself, there are people who can step up. Next man or woman up to fit the role and do the job, but this by-election is going to happen on Monday, and we just have to stop playing the games.
We don't need any delays
Yeah.
there. Let's get this done and over with. Well, Levin, I
Yeah.
want to really, what really was the purpose of you joining this evening, and I look forward to you joining more often, certainly throughout the election season. But you are a resident. You see, this evening, first of all, welcome to Temperature Check. This is a new political series in this show, Levin, and you are a resident of South Beach. And so the thought came, why not hear from somebody first before the three panelists give their views on what they've been able to gather from residents, from whomever, bystanders, whatever. Your thoughts about the three candidates there. We have for the Coalition of Independents, Karen Farrington, for the Free National Movement, Darren Henfield, for the Progressive Liberal Party, Bacchus Roll. What's happening there? Who is hitting all the right notes?
Well, Shanique, so let me just make sure I get my curriculum vitae correct. Not only am I a resident of South Beach, I've lived in South Beach since Lyndon Pinling was the Prime Minister. And so I consider myself a senior member of South Beach. I'm not a resident of the constituency of South Beach. I live in South Beach Estates.
Yes.
So I'm from South Beach proper. I'm from where the pulse of South Beach is. And unlike many of my community members and friends, I happen to also have at one point in my life been a candidate for South Beach. And so I know where the polling divisions are. I know where the streets are. I know where the areas that are considered strongholds are. And what I will say, Shanique, is as it stands right now, presently, I only see one person, and that is the Member of Parliament, Bacchus Road. I have actually on public record said that, believe it or not, two things are true. South Beach is the only constituency since its formation that has never sat in opposition. It is not an opposition seat. No man cometh to prime ministership but by South Beach. And so I wish they would start treating it that way, because what is equally true is...
So you don't think it gets the respect it deserves?
I think the representation in South Beach has continually been piss poor.
Well,
and I think that for as long as South Beach has been a government seat, I mean, just look at the downward spiral. So whether you want to... The last time we had a good member of parliament, Shanique, it was Mike Smith, right? Well, then just let's go through the gamut. Let's run the gamut of names.
But wait, Levin, let's talk about Bacchus Roll. What is he?
And so I'm getting to Bacchus.
Well, Levin, let me tell you, with the radio, I think you have 2 hours. You don't understand for this.
No, sure. The thing that gives me hope, though, is since Mike Smith, Bacchus Roll has been the very next best thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I thought you was going to say something else. I thought you was going to say that he is not at all impressive. What makes Bacchus Roll next to Mike Smith in terms of performance in South Beach?
Yes, well, Mike Smith has possibly been the only member of parliament that I've witnessed that can even stand anywhere near what I'm seeing from Bacchus Roll. And I want to say, with regards to the F&M's candidate, no one in this country, with the exception of maybe his wife, 3 sons and 2 grandchildren, have greater revere in their heart than I do for Darren Enfield. I mean, he was my very first commanding officer. I would go to war with the man in the morning without even asking the reason. But I don't know if I see that translating in his candidacy on the ground here in South Beach.
What about the COI's candidate?
What about the COI's candidate?
Levin Miller? I look forward to having you on more. I look forward to it because...
I know she has a picture up, Shanique. There's that.
Levin, thank you very much. The resident of South Beach who lives in South Beach proper, not around and just move in an apartment or some efficiency.
Yeah.
No. He lived,
Oh,
born
yeah, he
there,
does.
grew up
Oh,
there,
yeah.
know the ground, know the area very well. Levin, we will have you on certainly more. I'll let you know in advance, because these said they study for these debates on temperature
I
check.
appreciate it.
So I will
It's good to
certainly
see my
give
friend
you.
Howard.
Yes,
to
it's
see you too,
good to
brother.
have you.
We will
Good to
talk.
have you. Listen, when we come back, the panel they talking strictly temperature check. Levin will not be here, but Howard will be, and Peggy and Gabrielle will join him. Beyond the Headlines is back right after this.
Crossing the Sidney Poitier Bridge just got easier. Now you can pay your bridge tolls using debit or credit cards.
No more searching for cash.
Just tap and go. Quick, secure, and easy.
Modern convenience, same trusted service from the Bridge Authority.
Mr. Brown is a man. When he said something, he meant it from his heart.
So he's really a great man, a giant of a man. And he's always been reliable, consistent.
He provided jobs for young people and not too young people.
He never left the office. The office been open from in the morning till the night. He had summer camps, he did back to school, BJC for the kids.
Easter egg hunt, Mother's Day, prayer breakfast.
Whether you're F&M, PLP, COI, or independent, you came to him and he will always assist you.
If a man can do that outside of the House of Assembly, can you imagine what representation he will bring to the House for Golden Isles?
This time around, we will begin with BBB, Mr. Brian Brown.
Paid for by the Free National Movement.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Welcome to Sunburst Super Christmas Sale, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Prices start at just $28.95 for top quality wall paints and high gloss oil paints for $55.95 a gallon. Lucky customers get a chance to win a 42-inch TV every Saturday starting now. The drawing will take place at Sunburst Paints the first week of December. You can also have a chance to win one of 2 65-inch TVs during the month of December. So hurry on down to Sunburst Paints on Harold Road, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Happy holidays, everybody!
I'm Darren Pickstock, PLP candidate for Golden Isles. The only candidate with a real plan to get things done in the community. And I've already started by listening, solving problems, and showing up. That's the kind of representative you deserve. From repairing infrastructure to connecting you to opportunities. We can make real progress over the next year. Give me this chance on November 24th, and I'll prove just how much we can accomplish together.
When it comes to working at height, there is no room for error. You need certified professionals, reliable systems, proven results. That's where NWC Bahamas comes in. We're the largest fire protection service provider in the Bahamas, trusted by contractors, building managers, and developers from Grand Bahama to Inagua. From high-rise window cleaning and facade maintenance to fire protection system design, training, and certification. Our team of highly trained and internationally certified technicians delivers expert service to the highest international standards. We work faster, safer, and more efficiently with minimal disruption to your operations. Call the team that's certified, insured, and built for heights. Visit nasawindowcleanerslimited.com or call us now at 431-4859. NWC Bahamas. We don't just rise to the challenge, we protect it.
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. One 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Temperature Check Wednesdays. We're going to jump right in this evening. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Our contributors, Peggy Candace, Gabrielle McKinsey-Ineas, and Howard Johnson. Good evening to all of you. Welcome, Howard, of course. Welcome back. Good evening to all of you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines and Temperature Check.
Thank you so much, Shanique.
Good evening, Bahamas. Let's get to it, Shanique.
Let's get to it.
Good evening, colleagues. Good evening to you,
Oh,
ladies.
good evening, Howard.
Listen, let's jump right in. We already heard a little bit from Howard on with the top story, so let the ladies in the house let them weigh in. We're going to start with Karen Farrington, the coalition again. We are this week, and this is the second week, going through constituencies, candidates one by one, talking about who is resonating, who is doing what, who is making an impact. And so everyone that's ratified is who we talk about and discuss here on the show in this series. And so we're going to start with the Coalition of Independents, Karen Farrington. What have you all heard about her? Hear South Beach residents saying about her. Of course, we heard from Levin at the top of the show. But what have you all discovered in your investigation?
Well, Shanique, good evening again, Bahamas. Listen, I have to concur with the senior resident of South Beach, Mr. Levin Miller, when he said the only thing South Beach residents might have seen was a billboard, because I could not, for the love of Jesus Christ himself, find out any information about this person who's been ratified for the Coalition of Independents. I know y'all in the comments attacking me right now, but please, calm down. It's okay. Your candidate gotta put some more work in, put some elbow grease, and y'all gotta get on the ground and get her out there. But South Beach residents are not familiar with Miss Karen Farrington.
Oh, wow.
Peggy, are you? What did you discover?
Well, I made an attempt because I'm in several groups, and the one that has the most COI members present in the group, I put a picture in and asked about her. And they probably didn't know because they put focus on me, and they provided no information about this lady. I went on a Facebook search, and the one thing I found out about her, and it wasn't nothing about our constituencies, I think she wrote 1 or 2 children book, I think she's the author, and that is it. There is no political footprints of this lady before being named the candidate for South Beach, and even now. I think they're making a crucial mistake in promoting everybody or one body but themselves, and so nobody knows.
But okay, ladies, before we get to Howard, when y'all spoke with residents, because I know y'all spoke with people, when y'all asked about Karen Farrington, did y'all get a response?
No. No one could seem, firstly, no one could seem to identify who she was. Even at a local watering hole, Levon would probably know about. I spoke with a resident there, and they could not identify who Miss Farrington was. Her social medias don't promote herself. You can, I implore anyone right now as we speak to pull up any one of her social media pages, on Facebook in particular, and scroll through and look and see there isn't much political activity to even us as researchers say, well, I didn't know she was doing that. There is nothing. Radio silence in terms of Miss Farrington in the political arena.
Howard, your research revealed?
Yes, so Shanique, of course you know, and many people would know that I was the standard bearer for the Free National Movement in South Beach some time ago, back in 2012. And so I know a lot of people there. I've canvassed the constituency, gone in many homes, and can drop many, many, many names. And so I have a robust amount of people that I either called, shared voice notes back and forth with, and even sent out my little 4-question script to assess the 3 candidates and if they'd seen them, etc. And to my surprise, when I found out we were doing South Beach from you, and you sent the information with the pictures of who the 3 candidates were, I'd never heard of this young lady at all, and I was concerned that I would not be able to find anything. There was one person out of the at least 10 persons that I've talked to in the last several days. Only one person said to me that they have actually seen this COI candidate moving around. They said that they actually met her, spoke with her, but they have not seen anything substantive as far as her sharing her vision for South Beach or leaving any pamphlet or any such information. So that is it, and that is all as far as the COI candidate.
We might have to revisit, as we will, Carmichael, South Beach, to see later on, is there any movement and activity going on there. Let's move forward then to the Free National Movement's candidate. He is a former cabinet minister, a former member of parliament, Darren Henfield.
Mr. Darren Henfield has been making his rounds around the constituency of South Beach. Persons did mention that they've seen him. However, his activity isn't quite up there to the level of that campaign enthusiasm that persons would wish to see. There is still a lot of work for Mr. Henfield to do, acknowledging that he is one of those candidates that has previously served in a former capacity as well as in another constituency. So he has a lot of work to do down there in South Beach. He's making his rounds, but residents would like to see, the ones that I spoke to, more from Mr. Henfield.
Peggy, would you say South Beach is a finicky type of constituency?
Yeah, and South Beach is not one of them you could just check off and say, we got this.
No one. And so Senator Darren Henfield, I think, has been disadvantaged from the beginning, from he was ratified as the candidate for South Beach, because we all know that he was once the member of parliament for North Abaco, if I stand corrected. Darren Henfield was, in my words, just thrust in a situation in South Beach wherein at that time even the association members had said they weren't even aware that he was being considered for South Beach. The last social media activities I've seen for Darren Henfield is preparing sand before the last storm came. He had a truck full, and him and his team were preparing bags of sand for distribution. Hurricane
Tropical storm.
Melissa.
No, tropical storm and Milda.
With the heavy rain.
Yes, the heavy rain.
Yes,
okay.
and that's been a few weeks. So I think he's further disadvantaged himself with the lack.
So he's trying to make efforts then.
He's making efforts
in terms of being felt in the constituency, as you mentioned, Peggy, ahead of tropical.
It's too far. If that was the last activity.
Oh, you're trying to say be more consistent.
He has to be more consistent.
Is he active on social media?
Not as active as none of the candidates are extremely in the South Beach constituency. I take note, are extremely active. And what I would like to say that if the tree falls in the wilderness and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? If people don't know what you're doing, you're not publicizing what you're doing, you're not advertising. Did it really happen?
No, but the member,
No. Let's wait to get to him. Because I was one of the ones saying some time ago, I have not heard anything about him, but you all investigated, not me. Howard, Darren Henfield.
Yes, so Shanique, as far as Mr. Henfield is concerned, I know that he's gonna be moving around and accelerate the pace of his moving around as it gets closer to the election. Why? Mr. Henfield is a former military man. I understand that he is currently an attorney. So he's been a member of parliament and he's been a cabinet minister. So one can just surmise that he is going to do what he has to do as someone who is going to be disciplined and organized and try to make inroads in that constituency, cover the polling divisions, cover the constituency, and try to endear himself to the voters. I have no doubt that Mr. Henfield is going to do his endeavor best to do that. Like Gabby and Peggy have said, though, I've seen a very limited social media presence. I've seen him after ratification. As far as social media is concerned, I've seen him there, boots on the ground, with the leader of the opposition in tow. And then, as Peggy said, distributing some sign and stuff and encouraging the residents during the time that the storm passed several weeks ago. And so, but he's going to have a challenge. He's going to have a challenge. And I said this before, I'll say it again tonight. Jamal Morse was the preferred candidate, as I understand it, in South Beach. And there's been some hard feelings, and some people have decided that they're going to sit on the sidelines because Mr. Henfield was brought in there, not being the preferred candidate.
Well, Howard, but we said this.
So I believe that will make an impact.
That was said, and you said that I think months ago. So he's not done enough, as all of you have said, to go and try make ground or make up ground with those who may feel a certain type way because someone else may not have gotten the nod.
Well,
so
he's
got to make up
months.
some.
He still has 9 months.
That's what I'm saying. He has time. He needs to use that time to be able to make an impact and convince people otherwise. Let's move on to the Member of Parliament and the incumbent, the candidate for the Progressive Liberal Party, Bacchus Roll. What are we hearing about Bacchus Roll as Member of Parliament and even now as the candidate?
Mr. Bacchus Roll has been making some inroads in South Beach. Like I said, I love to speak to people at our local watering holes because they tend to you tend to get the truth there. So I've spoken to several residents there, and they have seen some presence from Mr. Bacchus Roll and some activity happening within the South Beach community, such as road pavings and some fixings along, Levon may be more familiar with it, along that southern corridor where the beach runs. There has been some activity started there. It hasn't been completed, but there has been some activity started there. However, he is also, and we tend to try to separate the two, he is also a member not only of the legislative branch, but of the executive branch, where he is a parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Works. As a member of parliament, your job is to go and advocate. That's the real job of a member, to legislate, right? So he's been quiet when we look at his performance there. That's why a lot of persons is like, is he really doing anything? You're in this big ministry with this big portfolio where so much more can be done and you can be so much more seen. But residents don't feel like all of it, what he is doing, may be translating as well. He could pick it up in that aspect, but so far they are, like Levon say, they are not completely disillusioned with his performance. So the other two candidates will have their work to do. They have work to do because South Beach, like Levon said, has never sat in opposition, but neither has Carmichael. So there are some key battleground seats, such as Carmichael and South Beach.
Yes, Peggy, very quickly.
Okay, I've been following Minister Roll on a social media platform, and that tells you that he has been present, he has been active, he has been visible. Carmichael and South Beach share a borderline. And so I see his office that is open. I see every event is advertised, see big billboards, and Mr. Marcus has been reopening the pools, swimming for seniors. He's made contribution to the schools in this area. Mr. Bacchus is known for his grill outs competition. And so annually he Bacchus Roll. Annually he does the basic things, the school opening, blah, 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 Christmas, Thanksgiving. But he's also, like Gabby said, the road paving, speed bumps, things that the community require. Marcus Roll has been living up to it. And Shanique, I received some information. He has gone as far as publicizing the spending of his constituency money.
Wait, he produces a budget, you're saying? A budget
accounting
report?
for it in a brochure. And so Bacchus has been living up to what he's supposed to do. And I agree with Levon that he's been doing better than most of the previous members of parliament.
Well, he compared him to Mike Smith. And so again, we will obviously, these constituencies in the beginning, we obviously have to come back and see what they're doing later on. Howard, very, very, very quickly, because the jingle has been playing.
So the overwhelming theme that I've gotten from the persons that I've spoken with about Bacchus is that Bacchus has been doing work. He's been running programs. He's been doing some of the stuff that my colleagues have said, to keep it brief. But he has not been good at advertising as such. Yes. He's not been good at telling the story of what he has been doing over the 4+ years that he's been the MP. And that's a Bacchus problem. Sir, if you are doing the work, and he doesn't look like a fella who likes to be braggadocious and talk about it. But listen, sir, you are in a competition. This is a game, and I don't mean that pejoratively, but this is a game where you have competitors who want to take you out. So if you are not that type of person, you need to hire the people on social media, etc., who are going to take the message and the work that you have done out there. Because if you don't do that, dog will eat your lunch come September 2026 or before.
And you all are right, because he sounds like he's performing well. Again, nobody knows it. I was stunned to hear you all talk about the programs and various things he has and continues to do, but your constituents rather need to know it. And then it's good if the nation does as well. Listen, temperature check every Wednesday. We will choose one constituency, talk about the 3 or more candidates, and obviously give you an idea, just to kind of hear some stuff, hear some thoughts that you didn't think about. That'll help you perhaps make your decision come general election 2026. Don't go anywhere. Beyond the Headlines is back right after this.
Fly fishing for me is kind of a way of life. My father was one of the pioneers that started the fly fishing industry.
I grew up around the industry, but it was mostly spin fishing until the invention of the fly that changed the whole fly fishing industry as we know it today.
Well, fly fishing, in my opinion, is an art form that subscribes to artificially inducing a fish to take a lure.
It's fishing, but it's more like hunting than anything else.
So it is hunting, one aspect of it is, and the second of it is creating a lure that you are imitating, that is of the environment.
You're actually stimulating the bite by them visually seeing the actual lure that you're sending to them.
Crazy Charlie is the fly that revolutionized, as we know, the saltwater fly fishing industry. It was invented by my father. He recalls seeing the bonefish chasing a little bait fish called a minnow. He took a couple chicken feathers and some bead eyes of a military tag, and that was the beginning of the advancement of saltwater fly fishing industry on the flats as we know it today. The importance of that fly allow you to be able to fish for bonefish in various depths of water.
Captain Rupert Lead, my dad, who's also a pioneer in the industry, his fly was called the gotcha fly, and it emulates two things: the minnows, which is a small bait fish, and also a shrimp pattern. See, there's so many legends that I'm now standing on. Percy Darville, Ivan Nemo, who would have passed, Raymond Mackey, you've got Sidney Nemore, Carl Moxie. These guys were filled with knowledge. They were self-imposed scientists. They saw these fish act in a certain way, and they know how to target them on specific tides. I feel extremely proud to carry the baton on, knowing that I can actually teach other youngsters how to carry the mantra, and they themselves can pass it on to other generations.
7.5 years, but I walk in here all of a sudden, total stranger. I'm calling you Rick and Sheila like.
How you been? At Island Lock, we take sports seriously. Get ready to experience the thrill of winning anytime and any place. Bet in real time and live the thrill of every play while watching your winnings stack up. It's your chance to score big with fast payouts and a world-class experience. Get in the game and bet the Bahamian way with Island Luck Sportsbook.
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. 1 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you tuned in. Listen, let's jump right in because Ian Thomas is here. And Ian, of course, represents direct marketers. And he, you know what he does. Television, radio, social media, just all over the place, helping bring the traction to businesses and also helping us save money ahead of the weekend, each weekend. Ian, good evening to you. It's great to have you here. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Shanique Miller. You look lovely as usual.
Thank you, sir.
All my friends always keep telling me that, say, Ian, you're so lucky to be able to sit next to Shanique Miller. She's a gorgeous person and she's intelligent. And they love the fact that I bring you on every week, you know? And I was like, you know, that's her show. They said I never could tell. But you're doing a good job. As I segue, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Thomas and I am from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers, of course, is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212, 552-0212, dial 552-0212, dial 552-0212.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Hey man, Shanique, man, what you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, Ian. I'm good.
That's
I'm just
good, man.
excited to hear what
I
you're
gotta go
talking
straight
about.
into. You know what? My nephew, he was like, Uncle, how come you always tell guys to go and buy the bully pill? And I was like, listen, it's very important because the competition out there is very stiff. So you have to be a part of the new trend.
And what's the new trend? The stiff competition, eh?
The stiff competition.
Because I tell you,
yeah, man, you gotta get that bully pill, man.
No
Man, I gotta talk about
floppy disk out of style.
The floppy disk.
People don't even use them no more. But yeah.
I was like, do you know what rhymes with Rocky Phoenix? Floppy penis. You don't want a floppy penis, don't you? Nobody wants a floppy penis. You gotta get yourself the bully pill. You're gonna love it. Listen,
you changed the.
No, don't you worry about that. What you worry about these things for? You do like look at people things. Look here, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta get the bully pill. It's all natural. If you're a guy out there and you're suffering from ED, maybe it's not a full-blown ED, but maybe you say, you know what, it's not as how it used to be when I was younger. But I have guys in their 20s and 30s, 40s and up, all the way up to the 70s, and they get the bully pill and they love it. So it's all natural. It's $55 for a bottle of 6. You take the pill. Doesn't matter if you're on hypertensive medicine or diabetic medicine or heart medicine or anything like that. It won't interfere. It's all natural. You got to get that. You and your partner are going to have a wonderful time. Like I always say, once the physical part of the relationship is gone, other things can just kind of creep right in, and you don't want that. Especially you guys out there who might be dating someone who's 5, 10, 15, 20 years younger than you. You know what? I know you're doing the best you can, but come on, you can do better. Get yourself the bully pill. You're going to have a nice, strong erection, and she's going to love it. I tell you, that woman called me and said, Mr. Thomas, child, if you sell Harold another one of them pills, I have to sleep in the next room with the children. That man knocking on my door all night and say, Harold, come from around this door. You're too late, woman. Run behind counter. I said, Miss, just be happy and go with the flow. She said, Mr. Thomas, I ain't gonna lie though. He doing a little something. I said, that's good, man. I'm glad, man. Get your relationship. Shouts out to you.
Go ahead, Harold.
Yeah, go shouts out to you, Miss Coleman, man. Yeah. That's a wonderful thing.
So you can put the woman out like
I
that.
just called her first name. I ain't saying nothing about that, man. Hey, listen here, SHSS Electrical. I always talk about this company, ladies and gentlemen. SHSS Electrical, they are on Chesapeake Road. You guys know where Chesapeake Road is. If you're on Mackey Street and you're heading south, you take a left through Chesapeake, you drive down about 100 yards. It's right there on the left-hand side. If you need anything electrical, you need to go check them out. I'm going to give you the phone number at the beginning now. 827-3150, 827-3150, or 821-3150, 821-3150. You can get those LED lights, the 2x4 LED flat panel lights. Now they're $77. You can get yourself the 2x2 LED flat panel lights. They're $42.90. And if you're looking for those universal 4-foot LED bulbs, they're now just $6.60. You can also get this dusk to dawn floodlights. They're just $22. A lady called me right before I came to the show and she was asking me about those, the floodlights. So I leave mine on, so I don't have to keep on turning them off and turn them on when the sun goes down. They just come right on. Yeah. Plus I have them on the motion sensor, so when someone walks in the yard is quickly illuminated. Exactly. So it's a good kind of like a deterrence against maybe some would-be criminals. So this is a wonderful time to go down there to SHSS Electrical. They're located on Chesapeake Road in the former Minute Muffler building. And if you're in the market for Square D products, switches, combos, breakers, breaker panels, electrical wires, and meter cans, you got to go check them out. They got LED bulbs in all sizes, not to mention they have an extensive line of decorative ceiling fans and light fixtures. You're always talking about the importance of fixing up a home and sprucing it up to give it a new look. And Bahamian people, we love fixing up the home around Christmas time.
Listen, it's the favorite time, eh?
That's the favorite time.
For so many people.
Yeah.
But it just brings such a difference, a lightness.
Yeah. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good about yourself.
Into the home,
you look around, you want your surroundings to look good. So SHSS Electrical, ladies and gentlemen, they're right there on Chesapeake Road. They're no longer in the Henry F. Store building on Mackey Street. They've been gone for a while. The phone number 827-3150, 827-3150, and 821-3150, 821-3150. They also said if you spend $50 or more, you're going to get 10% discount, and that's also extended to Family Island customers. Also, Capitol Lumber, Parkgate Road. You know where Parkgate Road is? It's that little road that joins Village Road to Camp Road. That's that little small road you go through. That's where it is. That's Capitol Lumber. You got it. Yeah. If you're building or renovating right now, you want to find the best prices on building supplies, you want to go to My Lumber and Cement, guys. That's Capitol Lumber. I'm going to give the phone number right now. 605-9663, 605-9663, dial 605-9663. That's Capitol Lumber. No one has better prices on the island on plywood and cement. So if you're adding on to your house, your apartment, your Airbnb, you need to hurry, go down that way. They've got all types of windows and doors, regular windows and doors, and including those strong, durable hurricane windows and doors. You'll be amazed by the many different styles and colors of decorative tiles they now brought in for indoor and outdoor. You'll also save on bathroom, kitchen, and wall tiles. I like that because my cousin, she's doing some renovation right now, and I turned her on to them. She hasn't gone to pick it up yet, but she's gotten a good quote, and she said she loves that. A couple days ago, a lady called me, and she was like, Mr. Thomas, man, listen here, I'm looking for a good solid piece of wood. I said, excuse me? She said, how you getting up? I said, get some good solid wood? I said, oh, ma'am, I'm seeing somebody right now. She said, she said, try to...
Mr. Vidal was not interested in you, okay? Not.
How you know she ain't called me?
Not.
She called me straight. I tell her, say, miss, I'm busy right now.
Delusional.
I said, what's up later? So listen, yeah, you want a good piece of wood? Patrick and get the iron, yet my wife using it. So if you want to get good things of wood, you want to call Capital Lumber. 605-9663. 605-9663. You can also get regular one-sided plywood. You can get 5/8 roofing plywood, 3/4 CDX plywood, one-sided 5/8 plywood, or the popular 3/4 one-sided plywood, and so much choices down there because they got great prices, man. Capital Lumber. Also, you can get 25-year shingles or the architectural shingles. Now, I think architectural shingles last 30 years, but you can get those down there. You can get the regular ones or the architectural one. So many different things. Yeah. They also sell cement by the bag or by the pallet. Guess how much cement on a pallet? Guess. Just guess, man.
I would say 12.
No, man, 40. On a pallet, Shanique.
Very good.
Pallet, yeah. So you can buy it by the pallet if you have a big job down there to do. So go down there, check it out.
Construction project.
A construction project. Good. Go down there. I got a message a couple of minutes before I came here, and he said, Ian, make sure that people know that those windows and doors, we got plenty. Trucks were unloading a new shipment of windows and doors right now, interior and exterior doors in all sizes. And that goes out to Miss Stewart. She called me yesterday. So Miss Stewart, if you're listening, I know you always watch Shanique Miller. Those windows and doors came in, and they also have in double and single. The double and single hung. So go down there, man. Check out Capital Lumber right there. Not Village Road, between Village Road and Camp Road. That's on Park 8 Road. You can check them out on Facebook and on Instagram. And these people done started calling me. Look at that, Shanique Miller. This show don't joke around, but call them at 605-9663, 605-9663. That's Capital Lumber, 605-9663. Why would somebody call while they see me doing this thing? They so hurry. A biotech medical laboratory. Oh my goodness. When she said, Ian, please tell me that you're going on Shanique tonight. I said, yes. You know that we always talking about this STDs and this STI situation in the Bahamas. And even online, they're talking about it's crazy in Miami and US, in Atlanta.
In certain states and cities in the US, it's wild. And here in the Bahamas as well.
We have per capita.
Increase numbers.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to skip this because I'm just speaking right. You can't be worrying about, he's so handsome. Oh, child, she pretty now. Nice big bongy and everything. You can't be worrying about that. Some people are walking around and they're infected and they don't even know. You have to go and get checked out. So if you're experiencing something right now downstairs, it's burning, it's itching, maybe it's a little foul odor, something's happening down there. Maybe you see some discharge or little fine bumps, and that's uncommon for you. Please go get yourself checked out, and it's so important. You can go to Biotech Medical Laboratory. They are on E Street. So if you're living in Nassau or you're flying in from the Family Island, it's a one-stop shop for all your testing needs. Like I said, STD testing, drug testing, and alcohol testing. Never in the history of healthcare has it been so important to go and get yourself tested and know your status. They have a 6-panel STD test going on right now from now until the end of January for $110. So you can get HIV testing, syphilis, hepatitis B, surface antigen, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and trichomonas. You got that. So stop going off like I tell you, hey, I trust this person, you know what, I know what they
look safe.
They look safe. Like I said, burning, itching, discharge, any foul odor, go get that checked out. Also at Biotech Medical Lab, you can do hepatitis C testing for $45. And you can also do hepatitis A, either IgM or IgG for only $40. Please don't wait. You got to know your status before it's too late. You need drug testing done for applicants or employees. The cost was $50, now it's $30. And Biotech is now offering drug testing for cocaine, marijuana, opioids, PCP, methamphetamines, and you can wait. And in 1 hour, you can get your results. So you can take your results, get it stamped, and boom, you can send it right off to your insurance company so you can get sorted out that same day. Remember, they also accept major all major insurances, and to make the process more convenient. Personal insurance holders, be mindful, time is running out. So if you haven't done your physical yet, and you're hoping to get it done, remember, it doesn't roll over to the next year. So get it done now, so then you don't miss this year, and then you have to wait till next year. Go get it done right now, Biotech Medical. Where are they located? They're located East Street North and Udall Corner. Landmark, if you're heading north on East Street towards PMH, look to your right for a white building trimmed black. That's called the Gilead Medical Center, in the same building as BALM, B-A-L-M, BALM. Phone number 394-1837. 394-1837. Or you can WhatsApp them at 557-5527. 557-5527, or check them out at their website, www.biotechmedicallabbahamas.com. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all these different things. So very, 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 very important to go get yourself sorted out, know your status, and know what type wife you're dealing with, man. Okay then, minoxidil. This is a minoxidil. Ladies and gentlemen, it's back, minoxidil. You women, you're trying to grow your hair. It's thin. You're trying to get your edges back. For some odd reason, whatever, you know, you used to glue your hair down and too tight and all your edges gone now. Boom, grow your edges back with the minoxidil, $24.95. This is great. You're gonna see results in a matter of about 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. You apply it twice a day in patchy spots. And you guys out there who might be losing your hair, you get your little bald spot, you can put it on, that's gonna grow it back. And some guys, like me, I can't grow a full beard. Like my sons, they can grow a full beard. So you guys know who can grow a full beard? You use this, and your beard will be nice and fluffy, and then that gals who like beard, ooh, child, so handsome, it's a nice beard. Yeah, so you can go ahead and get this minoxidil, $24.95. It's a great, 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 great product. Anti-snoring device. This is camera here, this anti-snoring device. This is wonderful. You might be sleeping next to somebody, man or woman. Just name man is snore, woman is snore too. Anti-snoring device. You sleep more peacefully. It's only $19.95. It's gonna open up your breathing passage, so you don't hear all that. It open up there so you breathe clearly. And I think it also can help individuals who might be suffering from sleep apnea. That's a terrible thing. Okay. My cousin, not gonna call any names, yesterday, 2 days ago, she was like, Ian, I woke up one night and it was like I couldn't breathe, and I know how that feels because you know, sometimes my sinus is like that. But you want to stop that person next to you from snoring. Get this anti-snoring device. Give me a call. My number's on the screen, 552-0212. 552-0212. Also, the Jimarito Eye Honey. I ain't bring none out. The Jimarito Eye Honey. We've sold so many of these Jimarito Eye Honey. If you guys are on social media, you'll see it all over social media. This eye detox helps remove mucus and blurriness and floaters to improve your vision in a short time. It's only $75. So if you're dealing with cataracts or glaucoma, this is for you. It's going to improve it. Now, how much? That varies because everyone has an eye condition. You see me wearing my glasses, so my situation differs from yours and differs from somebody else. Shanique Miller's beautiful. She doesn't even wear glasses, but everyone has a different goal. So the Jimarito Eye Honey, that's only $75. Give me a call. 552-0212. It's going to help you with all your vision impairments or ailments, whatever you want to call it. Give me a call. I haven't talked about this ultrasonic anti-barking dog device. This is great for if you have those noisy dogs coming in your yard or anything like that, or you go walking early in the morning or late in the evening. This device is great. It's only $89.95. You're going to give me a call. It's going to stop those dogs just barking. It's going to get them out of there. You just press the device. It has this ultrasonic sound that's going to deter them and get them off your property and get them from around you. So that's a wonderful thing that you can get. Also, I want to tell people, I hear that music right now. If you're tired of people looking in your yard, those nosy neighbors you're walking past and everything, or you might have your unmentionables on the line. You don't want people to see you all holy up on the pants on the line. You can get this. If you have a fence, it's affixed easily to the fence. It's 50 feet long, 6 feet tall. It's only $189. You put it right on the fence. People can't see through that. You guys who do construction, it's ideal for you guys. So it's 50 feet long, 6 feet tall, $189. It comes in two colors, the nice, beautiful dark green or in black. But I think all the black is gone. But if you want that to stop people from looking in your yard, give me a call and you can have that. And lastly, you need a paternity test done to find out if someone's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your grandparent, or your grandchild. Call DNA Direct at 324-0665. Get a DNA test for as low as $100. Get a DNA test for as low as $450. No needles or blood involved. It's easy. You get your results back in 7 to 10 business days. A lot of guys out there are taking care of children that they're not the biological father of, and this is unknowingly. Now, if you know, that's different. But people are, taking care of some children and they're not their children. I got some friends, and I can't even say something to them, but I know them children ain't their children. But I don't put them on a front street like that.
Swab them. Be a good friend. And
you want people break down crying, eh? Not me, child. Bring your money, get yourself a DNA test. It's so easy. If you need one for legal purposes, it's $550. Get a DNA test, find out if someone is related to you. And the legal one is also good for individuals who are trying to get their passport and their NIB documents sorted out.
Yeah.
So all this is wonderful. Man, I got to get out of here. I'm going to take up all your time. Shanique Miller, thank you again, once again, man. I normally come here on Thursday. She tell me come Wednesday. Lord, I had to find someone to watch the children, all them different things.
I know. Did you take them DNA tests for those kids yet?
That's a good one. Hey, I love that, man. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Give me a call, Ian Thomas, Direct Marketers, 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Give me a call and I'll tell you about all these products and all these companies, man.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Ian. We love and enjoy having you here and to hear of all the wonderful products and savings, those floodlights, added security measures. Of course, you have upgrading your home, renovating, whatever you're doing. Ian Thomas is the person to call, 552-0212. He will get you sorted out at the best prices anywhere in the country. Thank you once again, Ian. Of course, at the top of tonight's show, Levin Miller, Howard Johnson. Of course, the Hot Topics panel at the middle of the show, Peggy, Gabrielle, Howard, talking about temperature check. South Beach was tonight. We'll see what we do next week. Which constituency will it be? You'll have to tune in for that. Ian, of course, thank you for being here. And a big thank you to all of you this evening. It's been so awesome having you along, and I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.